Boo. I just scared you. Hello. Whoever may out be there in the chat world. See, it's funny, because I have actually been trying to do this stream for, like, maybe a week and a half, maybe even 2 weeks. But things just kept happening, and I just was never able to find a moment to do this. But alas, I finally managed to squeeze in a bit of time. And although that time I managed to squeeze in is not a lot of time, I still got it, and I just wanted to throw up a stream. Regardless of whatever it was. So, it has been just a bit over a month since I last did anything here. And I talked about it a little bit. Okay, well, first of all, before I go into anything, whoever may be out there, how are you doing? Did you have a nice day? You looking forward to a weekend? Do you have anything? I've been fine. I am currently on my fall break for college. So I've just kind of been chilling out. It feels really nice just being out of public school, knowing that I have a bit more stuff to look forward to. That's kind of part of what has been going on. Like, I don't feel like me being gone for a month is major. I just kind of, like, I've just been really wanting to do something for a bit. But the powers that be have not allowed me to do that. So I finally managed to get my way. And I don't know. I hit go live. That's enough for me to be happy. But yeah, I kind of just wanted to. I've been meaning to do another Hangout stream. I know that's kind of like what my last two were, like just like the editing. Which it kind of like doubles as an editing stream and kind of a Hangout, since I'm kind of going back and forth. But I want to do more streams like this that were kind of like my debut, if we want to call it that. Just a stream where we can kind of just sit back, relax, talk with each other, kind of just talk about whatever we want, really, and just listen to music. And, you know, just have like a bonfire night. That's how I got the name, because this is kind of, this is you typically what you're staring at when I'm talking to you, when I'm not streaming something else. I thought maybe it would be like a bit relaxing, you know, kind of. If you've had a day, you could just, you know, kind of kick back. We can talk about it if you want to. Kind of, I can talk a bit more about how I've been, kind of stuff I've been doing. You know, just we can all just hang out and be buds, you know. But you know, I still have plans for stuff I want to do. I still have that big ass list of games that I had compiled around the time that I was starting. And I still think that document is like 4 pages long. It's just because like it's a matter of just writing all the ideas you have down on paper. So you know you have them in case like you kind of forget what you want to do, you can just refer back to something. But yeah, I have no plans. I'm kind of just like really impromptu doing this. So, and like if anybody, you know, whatever happens, happens. That's kind of just what I kind of tell myself every time I stream. Like, I'm not trying to like grind anything. Like, I've mentioned this earlier, I'm doing this as a hobby, and I need to make sure that I do things to make sure that this stays as a hobby. Like, I have no intentions of making this like a secondary job. Like, I already know exactly what I want to do with my life, and I already have a job of my own, which I also finally started getting hours again. So I'm actually making money, or at least what feels like the first time in maybe 6 months. Because during the summer, I had a lot of cut hours. I don't know why. Well, actually, I do know why. But those shifts, like, happened to be, like, days I was working. So my pay was just getting cut so bad. And then there was... June was fine. There was just, like, a whole week that I couldn't do anything just because I was going to be out of the state. And then July, I was told to send my availability in a other giant-ass email, and the line for the availability was a single line in an entire big-ass paragraph, and I glossed over it and missed it. So I got, like, 1 shift. Actually, that's a lie. I got 2 shifts, but I had to call the other one off. Then August, I worked a little bit at the beginning of the month, and then I just took the second half off to focus on college. And then September's, I just did Sundays in one of my other positions. And now I'm actually kind of back there. And it feels weird, in a way, because I feel like I haven't actually really worked since April. But it's been fine, you know. Some things have changed, but I'm still doing good. I'm making out in One Piece. It just feels good to be making money again, and now, like, because I already have intention to kind of sell some older stuff that I have, like, make a little extra, but I'm glad that I'm actually, like, working, because I've complained about it quite a bit, and now that I, like, feel like I don't have to anymore, it feels really good. I basically got just about every Tuesday and Thursday because those are really the only days I have available for work. Because I only have 1 class and it's an afternoon. But I don't even have classes next Tuesday, Thursday. So I get to just have those days. So with that being said, I could probably, if I remember, or like have any sense of motivation, I could do like a stream like Monday or Wednesday night, or like some point during like Thursday, because that one actually I don't have work. But college has been going pretty good, I would say. I like all my professors, and I actually like all my classmates, which I am able to say that sentence for the first time in 5 years. Because it being high school, which isn't really much of a surprise at all, I had a group of people I didn't like. And the biggest example that I always bring up whenever I talk about that kind of stuff was my Spanish 1 class. And I still own up to the fact that I messed up by taking that class as a junior in a room full of freshmen and sophomores who I don't even, it's basically what I'm saying was every day I stepped in that class was a new challenge to not jump out the window, and we were on the 2nd story. Like, I am telling you, that class was predominantly boy as well, and there were only like 2 or 3 boys in that class that weren't brainless. It was genuinely an embarrassing experience. And luckily, I don't have to deal with those people anymore. I didn't have to deal with them last year either, but now I really don't have to because they're all still in high school. They're all either juniors or seniors now. And I don't imagine they've learned all that much either, which wouldn't be too surprising, but I don't know. My high school was kind of a hellhole in a couple ways, but I never paid attention to it. I enjoyed myself for the most part. I typically just stayed in my own lane. I wanted to just be able to do what I had to do and get out as soon as I could. And I did for the most part. There were some setbacks though. And it feels so weird being out of there in a way. Like, part of me still feels like I wasn't supposed to make it this far. Like, I feel like I was supposed to have some kind of setback, and I would still be in public school. But that never happened. And now I'm, in a way, living a better life. I'm still able to retain a home life. I'm able to commute where I go. I like the campus. I like the people that go. It's actually one of the better parts of Ohio. But, you know, there was definitely another good option that I would have loved to go to, but the thing is, they dropped a lot of those courses that I was looking for in my major, and the thing that I was looking to major in was like a minor to begin with. So I'm just like, no, I don't want to take journalism as a major. I have no interest in that. I just want something where I can jump into what I want to do and where I'm going actually has that. And I'm slowly but surely making some friends in there. Definitely in one or two of my classes. Nothing has been really too crazy yet. I say yet because I know at some point that shit's gonna get ramped up crazy. I'm just, you know, I taught myself like maybe 3 or 4 years ago, just go with the flow, and I've just kind of let things happen naturally. I've basically learned and accepted that there's like some things you just can't do anything about, and it's just gonna be the way that it is, regardless of how much you complain about it. Sometimes like your best option is just to roll with the punches, and apparently I do really good with that, as I've been told by my parents. They've told me that I have handled situations better than they have when I was in those situations with them. Like, I don't even really think about it all that often. But, you know, it's kind of stuff you learn as you get older. I guess another thing that I like about college is that, at least with some of my classes, and especially my major, is the biggest reason why, but it's given me an excuse to watch some movies again. Like, I've actually had to watch some stuff for my first year seminar, and they're all just coming-of-age movies. I watched Lady Bird, Good Will Hunting, and Dope, all of which I enjoyed. And I watched Do the Right Thing in my media criticism class for a presentation on representation. That movie I really enjoyed. And we also just yesterday, wait, no, 2 days ago, I forgot that yesterday was Thursday, but Wednesday we actually finished up our screening of The Shining, which I also enjoyed. I'm usually not particularly, like, one for horror movies because I'm kind of a pussy. Like, I have no problem admitting that, just because it's the truth. Like, I don't know why I should feel bad about telling the truth. But, you know, they're just never really my thing, but I enjoyed The Shining, and I also last week watched Scream with a couple friends. I enjoyed it, but just like the meta stuff that movie's known for, it kind of starts to get annoying for me a little bit. Like, it feels like sometimes that's kind of like all the movie has to offer, and it cares more about making fun of other horror movies than actually being like a horror movie. Like, I don't even remember, like, it's definitely like comedic in a couple aspects. I don't even remember if it was like even advertised as a comedy in a way. I don't imagine it was, but I feel like there would have at least been somewhere that has the genre, or at least one of the genres as a comedy. It's just, I get really annoyed, like, when you make fun of something for, like, doing, like, a cliche, and then you turn your back and then do the exact same thing, like, legit. That shit just, it gets really annoying, and it feels like it's trying to, like, give itself a pass because they're making fun of it, but that doesn't make it better, and I don't understand why people think it does. But I still enjoyed Scream. It's just, it's not something I would particularly, like, go out of my way to watch again. Oh yeah, also, like, the freaking, like, jump scare sound effects. Those were spammed a little bit, and I know they're, like, doing it as a joke, as just, like, it's a random dude walking by, but also that got kind of annoying. Because that's also, like, I guess a cliche that they're making fun of, but it just doesn't... It loses its charm relatively quick for me. And they've made a bunch of these movies too, man. Like, good on them, but they're just not particularly for me. And tonight, actually, I'm supposed to be watching Saw and Friday the 13th with some people. I'm honestly actually looking forward to Saw, because, like, the stuff that I've seen of it, it actually does look pretty fun. And I also, like, I have no issue, like, I'll watch Friday the 13th. I don't really know much about it. I mean, I know, like, some of, like, the basic shit, like Jason and his mother. But, you know, I also just because, like, I don't really look out of my way for horror movies. I know, like one of my friends, like, he's really into horror, but, you know, it's just not really mine. But I wouldn't mind, like, watching some horror. I still want to watch Talk to Me. And the biggest reason why I do is because it was made by the Rocka twins, and I used to watch them when I was too young to really be watching them. Like, 11-year-old me loved the Ronald McDonald Playground Slaughter. Those guys are legitimately talented, and I'm glad that they've been able to get the success that they have. It's also just nothing. I haven't really made the time to watch it. That's all. I'm trying to think, like, there's some, like, other movies. I still haven't even seen the Mario movie. Like, that I meant to watch with a friend, but we can't really do that right now because he's in another town. He's like an hour away from me for college. So I'm kind of on my own now. And it also took me like a year and a half to actually watch the second Sonic movie, which I still enjoyed more than the original. I think the biggest issue I had with the original Sonic movie is that it's just so by the books and just not special in any sense other than the fact that it's like a video game movie. But it's another thing that's like, I know I definitely, if I was a lot younger, I would have liked it a lot more. Like, maybe if I was like 7 or 8, I would have liked it a lot more. But I saw that when I was like 15, and that was actually the last movie I saw in a theater before the COVID shutdown. Like, I didn't not enjoy it, but I don't really think it's like a good movie. It's more like it's a better kids movie than a movie. But the second one definitely was better. I watched that one with a bunch of friends. It was definitely a good experience. I'm just trying to watch some more movies again, really. That's what, I guess that's like one good thing college has done for me. Honestly, like, I'm just glad that I've been able to balance like college work with my home life and also just being able to like make videos and stream. Like, also like streaming also doubles as a way for me. That's also why like I plan to do more editing streams. And also why I enjoy doing them so much is because they actually help me get work done. Because I know I'm also putting on a show for people, and I need to be able to keep it rolling. So it actually makes me move through the stuff faster when I would rather be like kind of dicking around on YouTube. When I'm supposed to be just like looking for sources, I just kind of start watching stuff and like leave nothing on Pinnacle. Like, legit, my first editing stream, I literally plowed through an entire Left 4 Dead recording, and I did that whole thing in one sitting. And then when my last stream, I started working on a Mario Party 7 video, which was just my birthday stream. And I got through maybe half of those clips. And then I just did the rest on my own off stream. And there was one day where I literally just spent the entire day working on that video. And I worked on that thing and I got it out like 3 days later. Because initially after that first stream, I kind of put it aside for a bit because I just didn't have time. But then when I actually did have some more, and then I picked it up again, I just was like a machine working on that thing. I still do kind of consider it unfinished though, because there are some mistakes in there and other jokes, clips I forgot to add in just because like I kind of stopped thinking about them. But I still enjoy it enough where I'm not hating it like some of my other older stuff. Thankfully. There are a couple of things still that I want to edit. I have another Mario Party video that I still have the file for it. I just haven't really worked on it in a while. It was when Spy Crab had he was doing his birthday weekend streams, and the first one he did was Mario Party, and I was on for one of them. And I was gonna make a video for that. But then I just kind of put it to the side for other stuff. Because I knew the Mario Party, with how long that recording was, it was going to be, I thought it would be a little more long term. But seeing how I managed to plow through the 7 video, maybe I could get it out earlier if I just kind of have the time and make it. I could maybe get it done maybe even sooner than I got the 7-1, because that's still a slightly shorter recording. Also, I was dealing with a stream that got cut in half because Parsec fucked with my OBS and killed my stream. So it was like, after the VOD came out, it was like a 33-minute stream, and then the rest. So it kind of makes me think again about doing Parsec streams in the future. Especially like if I'm streaming and I'm like, I want to host a game that I have and I want to play with friends. I know like that it might happen again. But we'll cross that road whenever we do. One game, actually there's 2 games I have been meaning to stream, and one game I've meant to stream was initially supposed to be the first ever game I streamed, and it was a game called Chained. And the reason why it was supposed to be the first is because one of my uncles actually developed that game. And it was supposed to be like, I guess, nepotism in a sense, since I'm playing his game, and I actually enjoy it. I also have it on the Switch, and I beat that game. It's a really short game, but it's still fun enough. And also, I've been meaning to do Sonic Frontiers. I've been holding off on that. I've been holding off on that one forever, because I knew I didn't want to do anything with Frontiers with my laptop, because I already know my laptop really struggles with handling some recording stuff. That's why I stopped recording kart replays on it. And also just because I didn't really like the quality they were coming out in. And also partially because that I was messing around with the recording settings, and I forgot how to change them back. And I wasn't really thinking about, like, wasn't there like a prompt that sometimes pops? Like, that kind of auto sets your recording settings to like be the most optimal for your device. Didn't think about doing that either, so I decided to wait for the PC when I was able to get it. And then, since I've had it for like 3 months, I've just been waiting for the moment. And I know like the last DLC came out, but that stream, it's gonna be like the regular game, and I'm supposed to be doing that with a co-host. I just gotta talk to them about when they're good, when we can do it. But that is definitely like something that's kind of on the higher bit of the list. But I'm also like, I do kind of want to take like streaming as an opportunity to just kind of like relax, talk with people. That's kind of why I like doing a lot of Hangout streams. And also just like, because I remember I had talked about this on my first stream ever, or at least first stream on Twitch, because I still remember that I had to do my first stream on YouTube because I was having issues and I didn't realize that it was like the bit rate that was too high, and I was too lazy and I just didn't want to bother figuring out what the problem was, because I just didn't really feel like potentially overwhelming myself. But what are you gonna do? Oh, like, I also, like, it's almost, I realize, like, it's almost been 2 months since I've actually streamed a game. Which I'm gonna start doing that shit again. I'm just like, I stream what I want when I want. I kind of like mentioned that earlier. I'm just doing what's fun for me, and nobody's really gonna be able to change that. It circles back to, I need to make sure I do what I have to make sure that this stays fun. Like, I definitely have a couple ideas of stuff I want to do. It's just a matter of, like, deciding when I actually want to do it. Which none of that stuff really has been the case. They're all stuff that it's just stuff we're gonna figure out down the road. And also, like, I don't even remember, like, I can't be bothered to remember if I said this earlier, but I don't really intend on this stream being too long. If it was, like, another day, then I would do it longer, and I probably would, like, honestly, because I don't really have any particular plans, or if, like, I just kind of felt like throwing up a game and just seeing what happens, I would do that. But I actually do have plans, like, in like a half hour that I want to be there for. So I just, like, I did this to scratch an itch, just because, like, I want to be able to say that I finally streamed again. Because, like, again, like, this shit just kept getting put off and put off and put off. Like, I meant to do this last weekend, and then I also meant to do this, like, during the week. But things kept coming up, and they ate away my time. But that did not happen today, and I'm very happy about it. But honestly, I legit don't really know what else to talk about right now. So like, maybe I just might call it here. Just as, like, you know. But I'll let this song run, and then I'll put on something else, like, just to kind of ride out. I don't know if anybody was in chat, but if you were, I appreciate you hanging around, and I know this was, like, extremely short. I know this was, like, an incredibly short, like, first Bonfire night. But, like, even with the time I managed to slip in, shit still kind of works against me. Because, like, I have plans that I want to be able to commit with. Hell, I guess it's, like, not even, like, committing. It's just, like, so, like, I want to be there for. And, like, I just honestly don't really have anything I want to talk about. Other than just kind of, like, college. Maybe next time when I'm, like, I guess I have a little more. I have a bit more in my head. But really, there was just nothing tonight. Cause, like, I know, like, I did, like, 2 3-hour streams of literally me just talking. But I was able to have a couple segues into that. But I just don't really, I don't really have a lot for here, and, like, typically, like, this is the part where I would just, like, throw up editing. But again, to go back to those plans that I had, kind of defeats it for me. Got about a minute and a half left on this song, and then I'm just gonna call it. I don't know how, like, I'm not even gonna bother trying to, like, I'm just gonna, like, throw this here. And then wait a bit. And I guess this is also, like, a thing of, like, reminding myself, like, just stream, like, however long you feel like doing it. Because I was telling myself, I don't know, like, how long I'm gonna be doing this stuff for. It's really just gonna pretend like how long I can keep myself invested. Like, those first few streams that I had, like, with me just talking with people, were like 3 hours, and that was by fate. Like, so were my editing streams. Like, I don't, like, intend for this stuff to, like, really be as long as it is. Like, I just kind of, it's just, like, I let it roll, and then we just, whatever happens, happens. But, yeah, that's really about it for tonight. I'll definitely do something that's over an hour next time I'm able to stream here. I just needed to affirm myself that I streamed again the first time in a couple months, well, at least a month. Just kind of make myself feel better about having that constantly pushed back. But now I'm going to pick one more song. What is a good one we can end with? I'm gonna end it with one of the Tetris CDI songs. Actually, I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna end it with Level 1, the remaster, which is also referred to by the artist Jim Andron as Only You. So I'm gonna put that on, ride out this really short night. But even if it was really short, at least we can call it a night, right? But yeah, if there was anybody, thanks for hanging out a little bit. And I will catch you guys whenever I catch you guys. And I hope you enjoy the Level 1, also known as Only You, by Jim Andron from Tetris CDI. Alright, good night. That was the wrong song. I apologize. Okay, this is the right song.